Hey girls, today we are doing part 4, the last part of the Proverbs 31 Woman series. Today we're covering Proverbs 31, 28 through 31. And it's going to conclude our series, and I'll have a few little announcements at the end. So let's get started. We're going to do verses 28 and 29 together, and then 30 and 31 separately. They read, "Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates." 28 and 29, "Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her from his own words. Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all." And in these two verses, we're seeing it's nearing the end, and her children and her husband are kind of given an opportunity to praise her and to kind of describe her. They give a one-word description of her. They have this one-word opportunity to say, "This is how we feel about you," and they choose one word that's interesting that I'm excited to talk about. Just a little cap here. These are the people that know her the best. Her husband and children, they know and they see constantly. They live with her day in and day out. They see her kindness, her love, her sacrifices, her unselfishness. They see all the care that she has, all the things that she's said and done, her actions. They've seen everything. And they're proud of her. They love her. They appreciate her. And like I said, they're given this one opportunity to kind of say, "Mom, honey, this is how we feel. This is the one word we're going to use to describe you." And they use the word blessed. They rise up and call her blessed. So I just want to give a quick description of the word blessed. The word blessed is defined as someone worthy of praise, if you're blessed, worthy of praise, holy, worthy of respect, sacred, favored, blissfully happy. And so they're calling her and they're saying, "Mom or wife, you are worthy of praise, you are holy, you are worthy of respect, you are sacred, you're favored, you're blissfully happy." And with reason, they have very good reason to call her all of these things, because she has given her all to her family, as we have seen in the past verses. And I also wanted to touch on some verses here that include the word blessed, and it's kind of like, "Blessed is he that," and it kind of lets us know that she does all of these things because she is blessed. She does all of these things. "Blessed are all those who put their trust in him." Psalm 2:12. "Blessed is the man who fears the Lord, who delights greatly in his commandments." Psalm 112:1. "Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord." Psalm 119:1. "Blessed are those who keep his testimonies, who seek him with the whole heart." Psalm 119:2. "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Matthew 5:6. "Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy." Matthew 5:7. "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God." Matthew 5:8. "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons and daughters of God." Matthew 5:9. "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Matthew 5:10. "And blessed is she who has believed that what the Lord has said to her will be accomplished." Luke 1:45. They call her blessed, and she is all of these things. And that's awesome that they would use that word to describe her. The second portion of this of the verse, and including verse 29, "And he praises her," her husband, says to her, many daughters have done well, but you excel them all. He's telling her, you surpass them all. You have raised yourself above them all. You are excellent and incomparable. The question is, was he really married to like the best wife, mother, woman on the planet? Or did it just seem so to him? To him, she was the most precious wife any man could have. From his point of view, no woman compared to her. In his mind, she excelled above and beyond all other women. So it's important in this lesson from these two verses to note that you do not have to be the best wife, mother, woman in the entire world. You don't have to go above and beyond Susie and Mary Jo. You just have to focus and be the best wife to your husband, the best mother to your children.
iTunes needs your attention.
Sorry. iTunes needs my attention. Okay. You just have to be the best wife to your husband, the best mother to your children, and the best woman in God's eyes. You just have to focus in your little circle of a family. 30. Charm is deceitful and beauty is passing, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. I just want to focus on the meaning of some of these words in this verse. For charm, I just want us to notice that it means arousing admiration from others, the power of delighting others. This is an exterior quality, an outward quality that people can have that arouse admiration from others around them, or they delight others around them with this exterior quality, outward quality. Beauty, another outward quality that is considered being physically attractive, outwardly attractive. Both of these, it's very important to note, exterior qualities. Deceitful is misleading and false. Passing is not lasting, not permanent, kind of like here 1 second, gone the next. Beauty is here 1 second, it is gone the next. You're not going to, you might be a cute old lady, but you're not going to be beautiful forever, you know. So in essence, outward qualities, charm and beauty, that appeal to others are misleading, false, not lasting, and not permanent. They give false presentation of the person that is inside. So don't get caught up in the outward qualities. When you have that true inner beauty, that love for God inside of you, it will reflect on the outside. Here's just something funny, cute, whatever you want to call it, that I found as I was researching to do this lesson. It says, a lady was once asked the secret of her beautiful complexion. She said, I use truth for my lips. For my voice, I use prayer. For my eyes, pity. For my hands, charity. For my figure, uprightness. And for my heart, love. So that's something to keep in mind. The next part of this verse, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. She's already being praised, as we see in verses 28 and 29. So we know that she does fear the Lord. But what does it mean? What does it mean to fear the Lord? We need to have a very healthy fear of the Lord. We don't need to, it wouldn't be fun to live in fear constantly. Well, I can't do that because of this and I can't. You don't want to constantly live in an unhealthy fear. You want to live in a healthy fear of God. And what does that look like? What is a healthy fear of God? To fear the Lord is to have an attitude of respect toward God, which includes a healthy dread of displeasing Him. Very similar to a parent. You're not afraid, you're not scared of your mom and dad. You just have such a respect for them that you don't want to displease them. The fear of the Lord is about reverence towards God, respecting Him, loving Him, appreciating Him holding Him and His beloved Son in high esteem. So you feel love, appreciation, respect, just all of these things, and because of that, you have a healthy fear of God. And here's some things that might be helpful for some people to get into the habit of having a healthy fear of God. When you, just the day-to-day life, what will God think of me if I do this or say this? Just like you would say, what will my mom say? Or my mom probably wouldn't like this. What would God say? Would He get angry with me if I did this, if I said this, if I didn't do this? Would God be pleased? Would God be upset or offended? What would God want me to say? What would God want me to do? Where would God want me to go? Just different things like that. When you ask yourself these things, it helps to create a healthy fear of the Lord, which again is just having such a respect and a love and a deep appreciation for Him that you don't want to displease Him. Verse 31, give her the fruit of her hands, and her own works praise her in the gates. This is the last verse, and it is telling us her entire life, verses 10 through 30. She has worked in and out of the home. She has done everything, given her all to her family, her children, her husband, the community. She has been a God-fearing woman. She has followed God's will for her life. She has just, her whole life, she's done the absolute best that she could do within her possibilities. She just did it to the best that she could. And because of that, now we're nearing the end, and we're seeing that that God He is pleased with her. And when God is pleased with you, He wants to reward you. He wants you to feel, happy that you did what you did correctly. And so it says, let her own works praise her in the gates. We need to note that the gates of older towns back in those days were kind of like a public meeting place where they would handle business, and there would just be a lot of people there. And basically, it's just explaining to us, let her works praise her at the gates. Let her go to the gates and be publicly recognized for all her good works, for all her good deeds, her accomplishments. She will be rewarded and recognized. And as will you when you continue to live out your godly life and your walk with Christ. And that is the end of our Proverbs 31 woman series. I'm so glad that that you joined me for this 4-week series. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and were able to get something out of it. In the coming weeks, we will be doing other series, and if there's anything that you're interested in learning about or in me doing a lesson on, you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/lightsonahill13, all lowercase, and just put in your requests. Add the page as a friend, and if you want to be a part of any of the events that we'll be doing next month, you don't have to be present for all of them. You can also go on the Facebook page and look and see what's going on next month and the month after that, and you can be a part of it. So thank you for joining me again, and until then, love God always.